Hi, everyone, and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. My name is Chanel. For those of you who are new, for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read for you again. As always, it is my honor and pleasure. This reading is intended for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If you're watching for a Cancer, you're probably going to want to reverse the roles because it'll feel as though I'm speaking to you about your Cancer. This is a reading that's taking a look at your love life for the 1st through the 15th of October. And there are elements of this reading that are predictive. So that means we're talking about the future. It may not have happened yet. Give it some time. If you're in need of a personal reading, the link is in the description box down below. And I think that's all that I need to tell you, Cancer. So I'm just going to pull some cards, or rather let Spirit pull cards. And we're going to take a look into what's been going on with you since I spoke to all of you last month. Kind of get a feel for the energy that you're dealing with at this time. Not much going on, huh? Didn't have a lot of cards. We got the Six of Pentacles in reverse, so that gives us something to work with, right? You got Two of Swords coming out askew, Eight of Wands, and Hierophant in the reverse. So it looks like you freed yourself from a situation since we last spoke. I feel like when it comes to this energy, it's almost like your subconscious had been trying to kind of tell you about a situation in your life for a while. And it felt like it was easier to maybe be optimistic about it. I feel like since I've last spoken to you, that optimism has faded because there's an energy that's almost, I don't want to say frantic, but it's very decisive, and I feel like it's kind of rapid. So I don't know exactly what changed. You could have gotten some information with this Two of Swords in the reverse, or perhaps something that you suspected has been confirmed by someone's actions or their behavior, or something that they've said. But it's almost like I can't stay here one more minute. So I'm hoping that you all haven't experienced some sort of betrayal since I've last spoken to you, because I feel like suddenly you're in a very rapid space of realizing that the situation that you've been in is not going to turn into what you had hoped that it would. I feel like there was an energy here of hoping that if you just kind of stayed the course or turned a blind eye to some of the things that you were feeling and thinking, that the person that you were interested in would get with the program. But I feel like, okay. I feel like, I don't mean to laugh, but Cancer, it seems like you've been waiting for someone for a really long time. And it doesn't mean that you haven't been talking to them. It just feels like you've been kind of waiting for a situation to move forward with someone. And it's like all of a sudden you realized that even if this person showed up today and they gave you what you wanted based on who they are, you wouldn't even like the relationship that you have with them. So, for some of you, this has been like an affair, and you saw the way that this person treated their partner, and you were like, wow, you know what? I just realized this person is a cheater. So if they are having a hard time leaving the person they're with because they love them so much and they won't be with me, what would they do to someone that they don't love as much as the person they're with? Because they cheated on that person, right? Or it's the energy of being like, wow, yeah, this person is, an alcoholic and they forget to text me back, or they're always out, and I just want them to solidify this. But what if the only thing that changes is this person showing up? What if everything they bring with them is what you've been witnessing all this time? And I feel like it's like a veil lifted for you, where suddenly you're like, maybe I don't want this. Maybe this can be someone else's problem. because it certainly should not be mine, especially not after everything I've been through with this person already up to this point. So very interesting energy, because I feel like once you started weighing out the pros and the cons of a situation, it almost either looked like something that you've seen in the past from a person you were with, or it looked like the past was just going to continue to repeat itself, even if you got the commitment you wanted from this person. So very interesting, because I feel like that's kind of what's been going on with you in your mind. Once you figure that out, though, it looks like, I don't mean to laugh, but this is like you came to the realization that maybe you dodged a bullet. Maybe you were not actually getting the short end of the stick, but it was spirit protecting you from what could have really been a pain to deal with if this was a situation that you had permanently. So I think it's really interesting, because I'm seeing that something that you wanted so much as you were willing to make sacrifices for, suddenly you really start thinking, like, what if I get this thing? It's going to suck. And it already sucks. And I don't want my life to suck worse. And I don't want to become the mayor of Sucktown. I just want to get the hell out of here. It's actually a good thing that this hasn't been working. So I like that for you. I like the space that it feels like you're in. If you're not there yet, give it, a little bit of time. But I feel like you're going to start realizing that, where it's like, what the hell was I thinking? For some of you, the person you're dealing with reminds you of your own father, and you come to the realization that it's like, maybe I need to heal some things inside of me around my relationship with my dad, because now I've manifested my dad. And, at first it was really great when this person was love bombing me or gaslighting me or taking me out. But then when they started doing things that made me feel these old feelings that I felt from other people, I realized that this is not even about this person. This is about me. This is about me having some sort of attachment to other situations that I need to resolve or heal, right? So I like this because I feel like it's a lot lighter. It kind of starts off where you're feeling like, man, I'm not getting my way. There's nothing I can do about this. Then you start really having kind of this awareness where you're like, this is divine protection, right? And so really good energy. I feel like once you figured that out, you started getting back out there, right? It's kind of like the fog lifted. If it has not, give it time. Because after that, it's like you're the life of the party. You're not sad anymore. You don't have anything to feel bad about anymore. But what I was seeing is that you were hoping that this person would come to their senses with this 8 of Cups in the reverse. You were also hoping that perhaps you would attract options, as you're looking around, as you're exploring maybe Tinder or Hinge or whatever is out there, because I don't use them. And you're kind of like, I don't know that I love my options. Because the only difficulty I'm seeing here is that even though you've had this awareness and this awakening, your heart has not caught up with your mind, right? So there's still an energy of kind of holding on to hope that this person will show you something that would make you turn around and stay. But I don't feel like you're waiting for that. I feel like that's something that if it happens, great. If not, it's kind of like you're starting to line people up. So you might have been doing a lot of dating. You might be planning on doing a lot of dating or just socializing. For some of you, maybe you're getting out in your community and doing more. I know COVID's been a thing, and that can make it kind of hard, but it feels like maybe you're finding different things to take your mind off of this that's helping you to meet different people. It's almost like you could be exploring your hobbies more, or you could have found something that allows for like more distance, but gets you out with people. I feel like where you're at, because your heart and your mind are not quite in alignment, you're trying to find that balance. I don't really feel like you're holding on to this to the point that it's like, oh God, please let this work. But I do feel like you have to resist the temptation to miss this person. You know, I don't see you budging. I don't see you reaching out. But behind the scenes, I feel like there's still the energy of what if, right? What if this person changed? What if they got it together, right? Let's take a look at your subconscious and conscious thoughts, because that is going to tell me what you're manifesting for your next situation in love. And then that way, if you don't like what's coming towards you, you can change your focus. I feel like that's something that's very helpful, is to kind of look into that. And sometimes I don't do that, or I don't know that I've done that so much on my YouTube channel. But tarot, you have a choice. The outcome is not set in stone. It's a great tool to use if you want to see how you can adjust your vibration to attract something different. So if nothing changes, we can look at what's coming towards you. And if you don't like what's coming towards you, then we need to change something. But at least we can figure out what that is. So let's see. All right, Cancer. I think you need to keep doing what you're doing. This looks great. You have King of Cups for the manifestation that's coming towards you, which is awesome, because this is a couple of things, and I'll explain that in a minute. Consciously, 10 of Pentacles. So that's very much what I was talking about in regards to this energy, is like, you've been on this whole journey with this person, and once you get there, it's like, is this going to be fool's gold? Am I going to have ignored every single red flag? And now I'm stuck with this person living in my house when I had seen everything about this. That's like, this is why you don't want this for yourself, right? I feel like that's what's keeping you away from trying to reach out to this person, or trying to allow your heart to call out to this person, is telling yourself, even if you get to your destination, there's nothing there for you, right? I feel like you're viewing the situation, or will be viewing the situation, as something that was a learning experience. If anything, it's made you a lot more clear on what you want and what you don't want, because the difficulty is having to walk away from something that you spent a lot of time trying to make work, right? That's never a good feeling. So I feel like now you're being a lot more careful about giving it all to somebody, right? If you're dating, you're still very, very guarded. And I don't feel like it's coming from a place of being like hyper vigilant. I just feel like your wounds are still you're nursing them. So you're definitely not going to jump from one person to the next. Subconsciously, you've got Four of Swords. So I like this, because I feel like you're being very grateful for the experience. You're trying to look at the lesson here. You're also feeling like it could have gotten worse. So I don't know what kind of person you were dealing with. I don't know if this person had an anger management problem. I don't know if they were just a liar, a cheater, an addict, or what. But subconsciously, it's like your spirit guides, I feel like, are telling you this. Like, hey, Cancer, don't feel too bad, because in all honesty, you kind of dodged a bullet with this one, right? You're going to live to fight another day and not have to deal with this. The one thing I will say about your subconscious energy is that it also feels like the situation you have with your person is incomplete. There's still an energy of feeling like this is not over. So I don't know, maybe you didn't have a big discussion. Maybe you just changed the way you move in regards to them, right? There's still more to be said. And so that too could be part of why you feel that energetic connection still, because the tie has not been severed, right? It's kind of like when you're in an open-ended situation that's not defined. It's like, how do we break up when we're not together? or if we're not talking, do I just out of the blue message this person and be like, hey, we're not sleeping together anymore, right? Like, how do you break up when you're not with someone, right? So I feel like that's something that subconsciously is kind of keeping you connected to this situation because there's still more to say. And I feel like you're not sure how you want to go about saying it. You're not sure what kind of response you're going to get, but intuitively that that's something that needs to happen before you can 100% wrap this up and be done, right? You're calling the King of Cups into your life. So when I was saying that talks about a few things, the first thing that I'm seeing is that you've reached a level of success in regard to this relationship where if you had to pack it up and move on, I feel like you'd be okay. I don't feel like you are necessarily successful with this person, but I also feel like this is a very difficult person to love. So don't take that badly if I'm saying that there are aspects of this situation where you are not successful. I feel like you're getting into a good place, though, because you're making peace with what you brought to the table. It's really the energy of like, I have done everything I can. And even if I got what I wanted, I don't think it would be what I want. Right? So that's very good because for some of you, this King of Cups is not a person. For some of you, this is just where you're at in regards to love. You're open to love. You know what you want. You know what you're not willing to ignore next time around, right? But you're also okay with letting this go because if nothing changes, this has gone as far as it can go. And it doesn't seem like you feel like anything's going to change. You're kind of hoping, but you probably don't even find yourself thinking about this situation as much as you used to. King of Cups can also symbolize you kind of passing this whole test because it seems like this person was the last barrier to you breaking free of something that it feels like you've been dealing with for a long time. So you may notice that this person, like I was saying, very closely mirrors a parent. This could literally be the same kind of person that you always attract, the same kind of situations that you always find yourself in, right? It's kind of like that horse that always chases the carrot, can never quite reach it. Maybe you have a tendency to attract partners that it feels like you always have to run after, right? And what I like about this energy is that it's like the dynamic has shifted within you where you're realizing like, I've been chasing trash, right? I don't know what came over me. It's like you're waking up from a nightmare or you're waking up from this like running fever dream that you've been in for so long where you're like, what the hell was I thinking? And then you look back at other relationships. And I feel like that's part of that strength energy is that even if you're feeling bad about this, and you look back at the person you dealt with before you dealt with this person and you think, oh my God, there were so many similarities. And guess what? I got over that person too. And I'm going to get over this person. If they don't do something different, I am out of here. You're already out the door. But you get what I'm saying? I'll be out of here in my heart space. So that's nice. You're bringing someone into your life who will be your counterpart. And I think that's because you finally broke free of this matrix of dating fuckery, right? Where you just keep reliving the same situations with different people. Okay. So very, very nice energy for you this month, Cancer. It seems like you will have an opportunity to either come into alignment with yourself in a really good way or to meet a soulmate, because this is what this King of Cups is representing is your other half, right? Someone who's done the work, somebody who understands what they want, what they're willing to put up with and what they're not, and I feel like that was kind of the one piece that was missing in regards to your dating life. So I'm going to take this to the extended reading and we're going to take a look deeper into this King of Cups. We're going to figure out who this is. Is this person that is kind of in the background, not really in the forefront anymore? Are they trying to get your attention? Or are you looking for something new and you've attracted that to you? Because I've seen you get attention or the possibilities of attention, as well as you being very focused on manifesting a tangible commitment, right? So I'm going to take a look at this person and see who this is, what they're going to be bringing into your life, what you're going to do about it, what they're going to do, all kinds of stuff. I will pull a bunch of cards in the extended. And if you want to follow me over there, the link will be in the description box. So you just click that and I will be on the other side. I will speak to all of you again soon. In the meantime, take very good care of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. Bye.